Fishers, we've got a bit happening around us. Obviously, this little bit of crappy weather coming through again is going to put a spanner in the works. It's starting to peeve us all off, I know that. And the cod season closed. Whoa, that's not real bad, to be honest with you. The reason behind it is the yellows are starting to come on. Now this gives us time to focus on yellowbelly. Yellowbelly aren't that easy to catch compared to the cod. They're a little bit finicky. They can be easy at times, but now you can really start to focus on your techniques. For example, blowering, starting to produce quite a few big yellowbelly at the moment. 50 and 60 centimetre is quite common. A couple of techniques I'd put into use up there would be casting little black soft plastics, doesn't have to be black, but little soft plastics up into the shallows, put a bit of sack scent on them and start a very slow retrieve. Work your retrieve rate out so the soft plastic suspends a little bit, and I think you'll find you'll have a fair bit of joy if you do that. Hume weir, they're just starting to show signs of moving. I think you'll find that there'll be a bit of activity down there over the next week or two, especially around that Bound Waters area. They're pretty close into the timber, right up against the trees. 10 metres, 15 metres of water will cover the options pretty well. Getting a few reports from Dartmouth. My whale's a bit of a wipe off at the moment, not a great deal of activity there, but won't be long before it'll kick into gear. The Murrumbidgee River running through town, not bad. Bait fishermen are doing quite well out of it. With this bit of rain we've had and what we've got coming, it'll keep it dirty for another 2 or 3 weeks at least by the looks of things. But they will start letting water out of the weirs in the very near future. And what'll happen is it'll really start to kick in, I can assure you of that. If you want to go and catch some yellows right up in the shallows, bait fishing off the bank at Burrinjuck certainly going to cover the options pretty well. Mainly with worms, definitely cover the options. So take some little yabbies when you go, if you can get hold of them shrimp, but this time of year is very difficult to get a few shrimp. But less than a metre water, that's where I put me baits. If you want to catch some good yellows off the bank with yabbies at blowering, up in the shallows as well, especially up around the grassy banks and that sort of thing, you should do quite okay. Cast a bunch of scrub worms or some small yabbies out and just work them back real slow. You should be able to Polaroid the fish there without too much trouble at all. Getting good reports from Yucca-bean, Jindabyne, Tantangra. Anybody bait fishing or trolling up there is doing all right. And the fly fishermen, this is the time of year for them to really get into gear. Fly fishing for yellowbelly at Blowering, absolute must at the moment. Big woolly buggers, woolly worms, matukas, anything of that nature will cover the options. And if you want to chase a trout, Yucca-bean, Jindabyne, no worries, you'll Polaroid the fish up there. And you can even Polaroid the fish in Blowering at the moment. So things look promising. Well, this is the Compleat English Fishing Report for this week. We'll catch you next week.